Hello students, we are going to learn the first lesson in democratic politics, power sharing. Topics covered are what is power sharing in Belgium and Sri Lanka, why power sharing is needed, and different forms of power sharing, that is vertical, horizontal, etc. In this lesson, we learn about the power sharing arrangements in two countries. One, Belgium, a European country, and two, Sri Lanka, a South Asian country. First, we go to Belgium. It is a European country which is smaller than Haryana, an Indian state. Its population is 1 crore, half of Haryana's population. Belgium's capital is Brussels, and the neighboring countries are France, the Netherlands, Germany, and Luxembourg. Now, we will see the ethnic composition of Belgium. What do we mean by the term ethnic? Ethnic means a social division based on shared culture. They need not always follow the same religion or belong to the same country. The ethnic composition of Belgium is like this. 59% of the people, those who live in the Flemish region, speak Dutch. 40% in Wallonia region speaks French, and the remaining 1% speaks German. We can see that in the map of Belgium. Flemish region, Dutch-speaking people are there 59%, and German-speaking you can see at the right-hand side 1%, and Wallonia region people, French-speaking, they are 40%. Here you can see the capital of Belgium, Brussels. Now we will see the ethnic composition in Brussels. Here it is just opposite of Belgium. 80% speaks French while 20% speaks Dutch. That is, here the French is the majority and Dutch speaking people are the minority. Okay, now we will see the situation in Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka is a South Asian country very near to Tamil Nadu. In Sri Lanka, two major languages are there. That one is Sinhala and the other one is Tamil. Here, Sinhala speakers are 74% and Tamil speakers are 18%. So, which is the majority? Sinhala speakers are the majority, 74%. That is, almost 3/4 of the population speaks Sinhala. And among Tamil speakers, there are two groups. One is Sri Lankan Tamils and the other is Indian Tamils. Sri Lanka got independence in 1948. In 1956, an act was passed to recognize Sinhala as the only official language, disregarding Tamil. For higher studies and government jobs, seats were reserved for Sinhalese. Through the constitution, they have decided to protect Buddhism. Here, we have to note that most of the Sinhala speaking people are Buddhists, while most of the Tamils are Hindus or Muslims. Why do you think that the Sinhalese got an upper hand? Because they are the majority community, or the majority people are Sinhala speakers in Sri Lanka. Slowly, the Tamils in Sri Lanka felt that they are discriminated in equal political rights, getting jobs, other opportunities, etc. This is known as majoritarianism. What do we mean by the term majoritarianism? A belief that the majority community should be able to rule a country in whichever way they want, by disregarding the wishes and needs of the minority. Because of the majoritarian policy of the Sri Lankan government, around 1980s, many political organizations were formed by Tamils, and they started demanding an independent Tamil Eelam or state. They wanted to be separated from the mainland, Sri Lanka. They wanted a separate unit for themselves, and the rulers will be Tamils there. They wanted that. All this led to civil war. What do you mean by civil war? Civil war is a violent conflict between opposing groups within a group country that becomes so intense that it appears like a war. Because of the civil war, many people were killed in Sri Lanka and many became refugees also. And all this resulted in the terrible setback to social, cultural and economic life of Sri Lanka. Now we will go back to Belgium and see what really happened there. One more time go through the ethnic composition of both Belgium and the capital Brussels. In Belgium, majority is Dutch and in Brussels, majority community is French. In Belgium, between 1970 and 1993, the Constitution of Belgium was amended 4 times so as to work out an arrangement that would enable everyone to live together within the same country. What do we mean by the term amendment? It is the process of altering a law or document by constitutional procedure. This arrangement helped to avoid civil war and there was no conflict. This is known as the Belgian model. Now, accommodation in Belgium. These are the major elements of Belgian model. First point is, Constitution prescribes that the number of Dutch and French-speaking ministers shall be equal in the central government. Some special laws require the support of majority of members from each linguistic group. Thus, no single community make decisions unilaterally. What do you mean by the term unilaterally? No single person belongs to one community, in this case French or Dutch, can take a decision on his own. He has to consult the others also. Second point is that many powers of the central government have been given to state governments of the 2 regions of the country. The state governments are not subordinate to the central government. Brussels, the capital of Belgium, has a separate government in which both the communities have equal representation. The French-speaking people accepted equal representation in Brussels because the Dutch-speaking community has accepted equal representation in the central government. Apart from the central and the state government, there is a third kind of government. This is known as community government. This community government is elected by people belonging to one language community, that is Dutch, French and German speaking, no matter where they live. This government has the power regarding cultural, educational and language related issues. Because of this friendly accommodation in Belgium, Brussels was chosen as the headquarters of European Union. In the next session, we will see the reasons for power sharing and forms of power sharing. See you all in the next session. Thank you.